Hey everybody, this is Mike, and this will be my second Coil of Bahamut Turn 2, or just, I guess, commonly referred to as Turn 7 video. I would say for this one, this is probably the easiest job in here is the melee's job. Um, there's not a whole lot to it. So obviously the boss uses a skill called Curse Voice. If you watch your debuff bar, you can see up on the top of my screen, mine is actually a little bit to the right of the of my actual target bar, and it'll count down, and when it counts all the way down to zero, at zero it will project a cone from the face of your character, and anything caught in the cone will be turned to stone. And then if you get hit when you're turned to stone, that'll be a one shot and it'll kill you. The other thing is you don't want to hit the boss with a cone because she will get a stacking buff, damage buff. So basically, don't ever catch the boss in a voice, and don't catch anybody else in a voice because you will most likely kill people. She uses another skill called Circle Blade. That's just one that hits for about, I don't know, I think it like half shots me. So like 2,500 or so. So you know, when you see the big AoE, just move out of it. It's pretty simple stuff. And then here at, I want to say it's 70%. Don't quote me though, because I don't ever pay attention to the HP percentages. The first ad spawns, and you just want to burn that, you know, as soon as you possibly can. You don't want the ads to be, you don't want your tank to be tanking more than one because they really hurt. And on top of that, they've got, so like they, you know, that one finally just died now, so we technically did have two ads up at once, which was not optimal. But you know, so the other thing is you don't want, they actually do a frontal cone as well called, I think it's called Tail Slap, and that hits really hard. That nearly one shots me. So a Tail Slap and then any other damage, you know, will probably kill me. So just, that's the other thing that I just used it. So watch, you know, wow, that, yeah, and see there, the Dragoon almost died because I think he ate, I don't know if he ate two or if he had blood for blood up and had hit or got hit by one. I'm not sure, but you know, just watch where the tank is at, and you know, that way you should know where the mob is facing, and you know, just to avoid those tail slaps. The tanks can obviously help you out quite a bit too, you know, by just positioning correctly, I guess. The other thing that you need to know is the boss throws out a skill called Circle of Flame on your ranged. So if you have two ranged, so here I find that I got a voice, so I'll show you. I point it off into the distance. There you go. And then I get back to the boss. Anyway, again, back to the Circle of Flame. So if you have two ranged characters, she will Circle of Flames those two ranged. If you have three ranged, she will select two of them and randomly Circle of Flame. I don't think I've ever been in a group that's ever done it with three ranged. So I don't. There may be details that I'm not 100% sure on, but as far as I know, it, like I said, it randomly selects two of your ranged DPS classes to use Circle of Flames on. The other real big mechanic of this fight is the actually here they got another skill called Shriek, Curse Shriek. Curse Shriek sends out a basically a full room AoE that needs to be blocked by a Renaud, otherwise you will petrify everybody in your party. So positioning is very, very important. And this group, and actually all the groups that I've been on, oh, here, got a skill called Aim Shot that these 4 ads, so there's a multiple sets of ads. There's actually 3 sets of ads. First set is just 3. This next set is like archers, and they use a skill called Aim Shot. They put a little icon over your head, and actually there will be another one coming up that I'll try to point out. But that means that they're focusing. There it is. So that's the icon. So that means that all of the remaining ads will focus me and use their aim shot skill, which, hits for about 1,000 each on me anyway. So, if 4 ads are up and you get hit by that, that'll be about 4,000 damage. But anyways, so we were doing the stack method, or what's referred to as the stack method, with the Renaud's, where you stack all the Renaud's up in one spot and then just keep re-stoning them or re-petrifying them with Cursed Voice. The reason for that is once 4 ads are up, or 4 Renaud's are on the map, no more will spawn. So it can take some of the complication down, about halfway through the fight or so, for the bard, or whoever you're having kite, I guess, those ads. So again, you can do it different ways. You don't have to stack them if you don't want to, but that's how I've had a lot of success with it, or the groups, I should say, that I've been in have had a lot of success. Trying to think if I've missed anything so far. I don't think so, but basically everything other than those archers in here will use a tail slap. So again, positioning is quite important. I actually did get hit by one from the boss. The tank had to move out of the outside ring because periodically in the last phase, or the last like 50% or so of her HP, so the floor lights up just like it does right there. It does a dot if you stand over it, and then after a certain amount of time, and I'm not 100% sure what the timer is on them, but they blow up and they hit. They will one-shot you if you're standing in it. There, just did it right there. And then here's the last ad. Important thing to know is it uses a skill called Petrifaction, and if you are facing it as it finishes casting, you will get petrified. So kind of a neat mechanic, but it's not too difficult to deal with. Just make sure that you're not facing it when it's using that skill. Interestingly enough, so I didn't do the limit break on that one. Normally that is the target to limit break. You want to try to reduce the amount of damage going out, and probably the best way is to eliminate one full source, in my opinion anyway. So that's pretty common to use a melee limit break on that last ad. So one kind of nice thing to know if you are a melee and you're going to be in charge of doing that limit break, if you're fast enough, you can like shoulder tackle to it or dragonfire dive, whatever, to it, and use the limit break before petrifaction goes off. But you got to be quick. Otherwise, there's a risk that you will take the petrifaction in there. The boss is using it now. So that's the other thing to know. Once that ad goes down, the boss gets that power, that ability, petrifaction, as well as another skill called Venomous Tail. Venomous Tail just needs to be Isuna'd or leeched. And I don't know if you saw, or should have brought it up when it happened, but I did get targeted by Shriek, so I just ran behind the Renaud's and waited until the Shriek fired, and then I was safe to run back and DPS the boss again. It's pretty easy, again, especially for melee, I feel. I think it's a real easy fight. The biggest challenge, I guess, is going to be your positioning and having good DPS, or keeping up good DPS for the fight. But that's about it. Like I said, it does, the boss just did petrifaction again. Here's a good period, or a good time to make sure you're watching your position, because it's very easy to eat a tail slap when the tank has to move it. But here, I guess I did a pretty good job. So I did notice I did eat 2 of them earlier. So I could have done a better job. But that is about it. She's gonna go down pretty soon. We got the limit break up again, and if your timing is good, you should kill it. shortly after obtaining the second limit break or using it. But that is it. I hope the guide was helpful. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do, but I hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.